I'm feeling bellicose today, so let's get into it with Tyvar. Wizards of the Coast is actually really good at using, complex words to describe their characters, and this actually fits Tyvar pretty good. Tyvar the Bellicose. Bellicose means a willingness to fight, so that speaks volumes to what Tyvar does. And so this version of Tyvar, the desparked version, is 2, a black and a green for a 5/4 elf warrior that has, whenever one or more elves you control attack, they gain death touch until end of turn, and that each creature you control has, whenever a mana ability of the creature resolves, put a number of counters on it equal to the mana the creature produced. This only triggers once each turn. So you can do this on your opponent's turn or on your turn. Whatever amount of mana that creature makes, you put a +1/+1 counter on it for the amount it created. So this can get really wild with some of the elves that tap for bunches of mana, and we'll show that here in just a little bit. For now, let's break down the rest of the deck. First off, first column, protection spells, things that get them back from the graveyard, things that keep them from dying and coming back. Just keep your elves alive. And then we have removal spells, just ways of killing our opponent's permanents, their creatures, clearing the way for our elves to punch through. And then I have card draw stuff, synergies, tutors, that kind of thing. And then we have the mana dork column. I actually split my elves into 2 columns since there were so many of them. But since we're also leveraging the mana ability off of Tyvar to put counters on our mana dorks, that's why these are all here in their own column. And we have things like Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elves, Paradise Druids, Gwenna's here, Marwyn the Nurturer's here, Circle of Dreams Druid, Elvish Archdruid. Those 2 can get really big because they can produce, 5, 6, 7 mana, and that puts 5, 6, 7 counters on them when they tap. And then I also, in this column, have stuck in Tyvar the Jubilant Brawler. For 1 and a black and a green, you get a 3 starting loyalty. You can activate the abilities of creatures as though they had haste. This helps our mana dorks be able to activate as soon as they hit the board, and we can untap them to take advantage of the extra mana. Now remember, you're not going to get extra counters if Tyvar the Bellicose is out, but you are going to get those extra mana. And then next column is just all of the elves that, just different kinds of elves in black and green that I wanted to mess around with. And you can use whatever elves you want, but these are the ones I used. And then the next column is a package to take advantage of the death touch. You wouldn't really think that because these are things that actually grant trample. But if you understand how the rules of death touch and trample work, it makes perfect sense. So real quick, Song of Freyalise helps our stuff tap for any mana of color for a couple of turns, and then the last one puts Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible and a counter on all of our elves. The Rona's Monument, every time you cast a creature spell, target creature gets +2/+2 gains trample, and the green spells cost less. Well, most of the elves are green, so you're going to get something out of that there. And when you cast them, you're going to go ahead and put trample on something you have. And then Glorious Sunrise, it has 4 modes on it. You pick one on your combat. The one we're worried about is the first one. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Why is this important with the Death Touch? Well, Death Touch only needs 1 point of damage to kill something, and then the rules of trample, the way they work is that once lethal damage has been assigned to a creature, the rest of it carries over. So if you have a death touching trampler, 1 damage goes to the blocking creature and all the rest is going to the face. So that's why we have that in here. I also have a copy of Herald Unites the Elves. This is just kind of on its own little tier here because I had nowhere else to really put it. It's just a good elf synergy card. Sliding on over, I have a pile of what I consider finisher type cards. We have Defiler of Vigor, which has proved to be really, really good. It's basically the only non-elf card in the deck, aside from one other one, and it's in this finishers column. But if you're able to chain a bunch of elves, they get really big really fast off of this. This is the other one that's non-elf. It's the Craterhoof Behemoth. We're making so much mana off of the big mana dorks and stuff, it doesn't matter. This thing's easy to cast, and it's a good way to run our opponents over. And then the alternative here is Finale of Devastation. If you get X to 10, they gain haste until end of turn, and you can just get a big creature to slam out and then give +10/+10 to all your creatures as a big fat finisher. And then the last column before the land base is new cards and cards that I have not had a chance to really use in anything yet because I'd never built the deck around them. So we have Tribute to the World Tree. This thing, if you ever get it on the board with this deck, is kind of nutty because you're getting your little elves are getting bigger and your bigger elves are drawing you cards, and it just kind of chains out of control. Shaman of the Pack, this was put in one of the anthologies. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so it's here. I'm not sure how well this is going to work for us. We'll see. And then I have Tyvar Kell. Again, I've not had a reason to play him in a deck. I've not built a black and green elves deck until now, until I saw Tyvar the Bellicose, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to mess around with this. There is a game in the gameplay footage where I actually get to ult this. Doesn't do a whole lot, but I got to ult it, so that was fun. And then one last thing, and this is actually part of the Trample package, Storm the Seed Core. This card was the talk of everything when the previews were going on because of the art that's on it and how beautifully gorgeous the art is. And then people were kind of disappointed because they thought the card was kind of mediocre for the actual cool art that was on it. Well, actually, it's not a bad card all in all. It's better in limited, but for 4 mana, we get to put 4 counters on our creatures, and you distribute them however you want to put them across your creatures. And then the part that's important for us, it gives vigilance and trample to everything until end of turn. So again, all of our creatures for the most part are elves, and as long as Tyvar the Bellicose is there, they're gaining death touch. So then you have vigilance, death touch, tramplers, and your opponent, if they have just a bunch of little stuff on the board, they're going to get run over really quick. So the rest of the deck is just the land base, your basic black-green mana package. Let's get into the gameplay and see what happens. Yeah, I'll keep this. Sorry, I'm in a little bit of a daze at the moment. My brain fried out on that last game. We're playing against Teferi this game. So we're going to go with it. Since that has flash, I'll hang on to it until I absolutely need to cast it. Especially if they leave mana open this next coming turn. Because if you know anything about me, I hate mono blue. It's like the one color combination I have not played at all on the channel, and I mean, I want to build the Jin Gitaxias deck, but I'm just so loath to do so because I don't like mono blue. All right. They had something, card draw, bounce, or something, because they didn't use it. As foretold, you say. Okay. Alright, we're going to flash in the Wildborn Preserver. That'll make that a little bigger. We'll play the Plaza. And we'll go ahead and play Realm Walker. And, of course, naming Elf. Alright, we have Tyvar on top of the deck. So next turn, depending on what we get, it's either Tyvar the Bellicose is going to try to come on down, or Tyvar Kell, probably. Or if there's a better elf on top of the deck, I should say, there might be better options. Incubation Druid. Solid. Let's... That would give me a bunch of black mana, but I don't have no way of using it, really. Let's try to get this to resolve. Let's see if what their, thoughts are. Because this is like the least important Tyvar compared to Jubilant Brawler. Okay, they rejected it, and that's fine. So that just means they're not bouncing stuff and reducing the threat threshold. Because the other option would have been to cast the Incubation Druid and then bolster the rest of the board up. Well, Wildborn Preserver would have done that. Yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and do the Incubation Druid, and I'll pay it. We'll make her bigger. We're gonna push the damage while we can, because a River's Rebuke would just suck right now. Like, that's like the one card that just drives me absolutely bonkers. Like, I now understand. I've used Cyclonic Rift in Commander for years, and I now understand just how absolutely frustrating that card is on a 1v1 type basis. because of River's Rebuke. Like, it's fine in a multiplayer game. It is absolutely horrid in that kind of formatting. Like, yeah, we're just gonna go faces the place. I'm not even gonna pay to adapt it. We're just gonna finish them off because screw blue. Narset, Enlightened, Exile. All right, we got our very first new Aftermath commander against us. And yeah, I like that hand. It's a little slow, but once you get into the mid, it's pretty damn good, actually. So we'll play the land that comes into play tapped, because I don't have any basics to reveal. And we'll just keep on going here. So next turn is probably Faceless Agent. I don't like the idea of putting Imperious Perfect out there right now, because once they draw red, they can just burn it, or they can counter whatever I'm casting right now. Okay, they're impulsing. I was like, see, there's a counterspell. No, it's not. Blue has got me so green. Oh, there's a counterspell. Oh, never mind. This drives me bonkers. Okay, so we got a mana guy. That's good. But what I need is a land so I can curve into the Canopy Tactician. Okay, where's my Rex Sage? That'd be nice. All right, so we got that. Yeah, we're gonna go with this because it pumps the Faceless Agent because it's considered an elf because of the Changeling. So if they want to block, that's great. That gets rid of one threat, because we got to keep the creatures off the board, because it's not just that they're sitting there, you know, doing stuff, but Narset gives them prowess now. And it's like, crap. What do I do with that? All right. So what do I do with that? Let's go Defiler of Vigor. That's what I do with that. And then I do Jaspera Sentinel, and we'll do it this way. They'll probably scoop. That's the thing, because we're just gonna go Phyrexian Mana happy right now, and just make these things the size of a house, and just keep on going. This is the reason why I'm running Defiler of Vigor. It's the one non-elf I have, well, one of the few non-elves in the deck, because it's so good with the freaking elves. So it's like, if you have a board wipe, you better get to it, because next turn, that Crater Hoof's coming. And it's going to be ugly. Now, I should have probably left some mana up instead of playing the Imperious Perfect. I probably should have just kept that Heroic Intervention live. But, you know, the way that deck is built, it probably doesn't have a lot of board wipes in it, because you want creatures, so you're going to do the whole prowess thing. But yeah, next turn is going to be Crater Hoof, mash. Because I don't even need the Canopy Tactician. It's just like there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I have and I have the ability to get a Phyrexian Mana off of that. This is actually probably one of the nuttiest hands I've ever seen with this deck, and I've only played like 4 games with it so far. So they're probably just goofing around at this point because they know they're dead. I hope they don't scoop. Please don't scoop. Too many people scoop and it just messes me up in terms of recording things. What did they do? What did they exile? Oh, max altitude. Okay. I mean, that could have been just... No, I mean, I'll take the hit. I don't care. Dang, I was hoping they wouldn't scoop. I want to see what the damage would have been. Like, Crater Hoof would have come down, and that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of the counter going on everything. So that would have been like 16, 15, 13. Yeah, it would have been just goodbye. Svyelun, mono blue merfolk? Or just blue good stuff? I'm going to keep this because I actually have a Llanowar elf. This is the first hand I've had a Llanowar elf or an Elvish Mystic in the opening hand. My problem is I don't have a 3-drop. Let us go with... That's just dumb. We'll do nothing for now. We'll keep Gaia's Gift available in case they want to try to bounce the Llanowar elf. Alright, they got Curious Obsession rolling, so they don't have a straight counter. At least not for creatures. Let's go with... Let's go with the Gala Greeters. And let's go with the Song of Frailes. Because the idea here is then on Chapter 2, I can tap the Gala Greeters for mana. Hopefully I draw... The idea is hopefully I draw a land and then the Gala Greeters can then be tapped for mana along with the Llanowar elf. Okay. Not destroying that Curious Obsession because I'm not worried about that. What I want is Tyvar the Bellicose. And we're gonna go ahead and put a counter on that. And then we'll pass the turn. So at least now I have something that I can block Svyelun with. Because... yeah, we're going to need some options here. And I have a way to protect my stuff. 2 ways of protecting my stuff if need be. Okay. So they're going to swing. It'll bounce off of... well, actually, I'm surprised they didn't swing with Svyelun, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a counter on him, just so these guys get their counters too. There's just something delicious about that. This would just die outright. There's no reason to do that. Let's just go ahead and swing. Everything has got their stuff. If they block, the Death Touch Trample Tricks get to do their thing. Yeah, you're still taking 2 off of that, by the way. Alright, so Heroic Intervention will help protect the board from just about anything except for a River's Rebuke. And then I can keep the intervention open to swing with and then try to do stuff with as well. And the thing is I'm also going to just go ahead and tap that Llanowar elf to make mana to get a counter on it. Because I want it big enough to survive in combat without a double block of some sort. Alright. Do I just dump counters and swing? Is that the idea here? Yeah, I think that's the idea here. Put on the Gala Greeters. And let's go ahead and play this. Yeah, same thing. We'll just make them big. They have to block at least one of these. So, otherwise it's death. Take your pick. . Now they're at the point where I don't know that they can actually swing. Because everything is big. That is probably the fattest Llanowar elf you will see. And now they got River's Rebuke mana. Ugh. No Rebuke, please. Oh, God. I'm sitting here. That card scares me so freaking much. Elesh Norn. Alright. Let's see what we can do against her. Sure, we'll try this. Defiler has been good to us today, if I can ever get it to resolve. So, I was just making sure I didn't have a shock land or something. I took priority on playing first turn, so. Aisha Swooping Lookout. How super. Alright. There's the Loam Speaker. The only problem with playing the black land is then I don't have access to Steel Leaf Champion on turn 3 if I wanted to. Alright, so let's go ahead and play Tyvar. Because I can use the Steel Leaf Champion with the Ren's Run Vanquisher. Or I can play Defiler of Vigor next turn. Like, ramping it that way I think is the smart play. Yeah, let's... Oh, no. Defiler. So that'll get a counter. I don't care, because here comes Tyvar. And he has Death Touch. So I don't care how big a thing you throw out there, I'm going to smash you. So the bad part is now they have 3 throwaways out there that they can sacrifice to Elesh Norn to flip it over. Okay, so that's done for now. Toughness X or less. So it's not power. If it was power, I'd be set. I need... Well, I can do toughness 4 or less. I can nuke their stuff. I'm going to play... What am I going to play? If I do Ren's Run Vanquisher... Yeah, let's do Ren's Run. Yeah, that's fine. Auto pay that. We're going to reveal the Steel Leaf Champion. And then I could have done the Gallagreater, but I didn't feel that that was like the smart idea. And I'm going to swing with Tyvar. So next turn, my thought process here is they play Elesh Norn, and if I get a land off the top of my deck, I can kill Norn, the Wall, and the Swooping Lookout with the finale. X is 5. Ding, ding, ding. Go away. All of you go away. Oh, we have a God's willing, folks. Well, you're still losing 2 of them. And that's only for black. So, yeah, we're swinging wide. Because all these have Death Touch. Okay. I mean, he's black. I mean, I understand what they're doing here. I'll go ahead and assign the damage there. It's like, who cares? It just gets rid of all their fodder so they can't sacrifice the flip over Elesh Norn. That's all it is. Because you gotta sacrifice 3 other creatures, so that all their sacrifice fodder is dead. Crossroads on green. We got plenty of black mana going on here. Yeah, we got plenty of mana, period, going on here. Let's play Tyvar. They have a ton of open mana right now. That looks dangerous. I think I'm just going to swing the Steel Leaf Champion. Because I'm not swinging into a Settle the Wreckage. I have... I'll go ahead and auto-pay that. I mean, I have no qualms. If they attack, I know they have a protection spell. Something shady about that shit. Oops, excuse me. Pardon my French. That crap. I don't want YouTube coming after me. Let's go ahead and just swing with the Steel Leaf Champion. Because again, I'm not getting settled. Alright, we don't have... Yeah, I'm not going to play the Gallagher. There's no reason to extend into another, like a standard board wipe of any sort. I mean, there's that. Alright, let's sacrifice the Realm Walker, the Ren's Run Vanquisher, and... yeah, we'll sack the Mana Dork. I could have done Tyvar so they'd lose one more target for the portal, but it doesn't matter. Now I'm swinging. I just wasn't sure if they had any other tricks up their sleeve, but I'll take that. King, ugh, this could be ugly. Sure, we'll try this. One land and I'm actually in pretty good shape. Because we're going to play the Glade on 1, so it comes in tapped, and we'll have access to it on 2. Play Gallagreeters. Hopefully they don't burn it. Okay, it's Alcide. I'm like, no shock, no shock. Do I want the card, or what do I want here? I think I want to just go ahead and pump the ever-living crap out of this Gallagher. Let's put a counter on it. There's a part of me that's like, they're not blocking. There goes my stuff. Dang it. Well, they actually took the thing I didn't think they would take. I mean, okay. We'll play the Mana Dork, because I didn't get the land. And it gives me a card at least. There's the land. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Because I can then use that to tap the perfect and make an elf. Okay. Ashnod's Altar. What do they use the... Well, I guess they use it to fuel the activated abilities on Ashnod's Altar. Or, Kenrith, excuse me. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on here? Do I just play Tyvar and swing? Is that the play? No. Not yet. Let's play the Leaf Crown Visionary. It'll pump all my stuff up. And then I'm going to swing with these two. I'll leave the perfect up so I can activate it. And then I'm also going to keep Heroic Intervention live because next turn they drop mana. They can drop a Depopulate. They can drop a Wrath of God. You know, you name the board sweep, they could do it. Intervention would keep me in the game. If not win it outright, actually. Because 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Elesh Norn, Mother of Machine. It's okay. ETBs do not ETB, okay? And that's fine. I'm going to flash in the Wildborn Preserver. Because that gives me a body to work with. And I'm trying to think if I had, say they block the 4/4 and the 4/4, they go up to 16, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's play, I gotta play this smart. Let's play Elvish Archdruid. We are not doing that because I need to keep the mana open. And we're gonna pass the turn because now I think they might have like exile removal ETB type crap going on if they don't just wipe the board straight. And Heroic Intervention or Gaia's Gift protects from either one of the exiles. And then the Heroic protects from everything. Okay. Well, none of my stuff is legendary, so... Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna, since they didn't do anything, I'm gonna create a body. I don't care. It's a 4/4. Alright. If I do that, I can't swing with that. Screw it. Tyvar. And decline that. I don't need to draw a card right now. Next, I'm going to swing with everything except for the Archdruid and the Imperious Perfect. And probably that too. They'll have all Death Touch. So they're not going to be sitting here chumping this stuff. And I have Heroic Intervention still available along with Gaia's Gift for Tyvar. So they can't just use the Bounty Agent next turn to kill him. Elvish Archdruid can make a ton of freaking mana. Uh-huh. Yep. And I'm okay with this. I mean, the Visionary dies, but that's like, whatever. Do they actually have something? That's the question. It's like, I mean, Ashnod's Altar is sitting there, but their board dies unless they do something with it. I'm going to let that go because I need to make sure I have protection on the Elvish Archdruid. So we'll let that one go. I'm not sure what they're looking. I say they're looking at the Archdruid right now. Yeah. Yeah, you're dead. Just really quick, I wanted to look and see how much mana that Archdruid was going to make this turn. Oh, shoot. It didn't let me. Oh, well. Rhys the Redeemed. Oh, matching avatars. All right. Ugh. Crap hand, though. A little better. I like this because it has the Elvish Visionary in it to draw a card. So we'll give it a whirl. Target creature you control. Okay, so if they play a creature, that's not going to trigger and make them realize I have something. Choose a card name. I'm guessing Tyvar, because it's just about the only thing they can guess accurately. All right, we got the third land though. Let's drop the Visionary. Beast Whisper, okay. And Rhys. Probably. All right, we got the Bone Shards. Let's drop the Elvish Warmaster, and I'm actually going to Bone Shards their Rhys. Discard a card. We'll go ahead and drop the Feign Death. If they were playing black, I wouldn't. I would kept that and probably dropped Tyvar Kell, but with all likelihood, their removal is going to be Exile removal. So he's back. Let's see here. When you cast a creature, it does that. Let's drop Tyvar Kell. And then let's go ahead and plus that. We'll go ahead and put the counters on the Elvish Visionary, and I'll just go ahead and swing. I mean, there's no reason not to. I wish I could hit my Reclamation Sage to get rid of that curse, but... Alright, we get Dwynen's Elite. That's a problem child, too. Okay. If I put the counters there, I could drop the hinge. Let's do that. And then let's drop the hinge. And let's pass the turn. I think they're going to probably try to keep attacking Tyvar. So I want to keep Tyvar's stand alive. Okay. And I kind of want to make them pay for trying. All right, and then I'll just go ahead and gain a couple life. Because, well, why not? Finale. Okay. That gets interesting. Because we can do Finale for 2, 4, 6. I can do it for 6. Don't need to go that high with it. Because we could kill Tristani, we can kill Rhys, and we could kill the Dwynen's Elite. And that would just leave a pile of tokens on the board. Which I kind of like. Let's put some counters on the Elvish Warmaster, just to keep it alive. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this for 4. Go 1, 2, 3. And we'll just auto pay with that. And no attacks. We'll sit back for a moment. I thought about putting out Tyvar the Bellicose, but they would have left like room for them to come in and slam into some of my stuff, and I didn't like that. All right, let's drop Tribute. This is actually the first time I've gotten to actually play that card. Let's make an elf. That's a fun little trick. They can't kill the Visionary by gang blocking, so we're just going to go ahead and swing. All right. So, it's like, might as well make a little pile of stuff. He's back. All right, we're going to tap this for a mana just because. Oh, duh, that's Tyvar the Bellicose that does that. I'm mixing my Tyvars up. Okay. let's drop Beast Whisperer. Ooh, okay. This board is getting feisty. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and +1 this. I'll put the counters on the Circle of Dreams Druid. And why not? I mean, I want to keep the War Master alive, but I'll go ahead and swing with that one. I don't care. That could get really hilariously messed up. The Circle of Dreams Druid can get kind of messed up too. Okay. We have Tyvar the Bellicose able to swing in. Let's go ahead and -7 Tyvar. I want the emblem because I'm going to drop Tyvar the Bellicose. You can do what you want with that. There's a Reclamation Sage. Man, I am drawing cards for days. Ooh, Glorious Sunrise. Oh, that is just freaking hilarious. Because I can give them trample and they'll gain death touch, and this would actually probably be pretty damn lethal. Let's go ahead and do this. And then let's do. I'm actually going to keep that Tyvar stand up. Everybody in the pool. So now the chump blocks don't matter. Oh, they're just going to take it. Okay. Bye. The Claw of Progress. Now, what I want to know is if now they figured out how to do experience counters on Arena, why Minthara is not put in as her original form, the Merciless Soul, because it is so much better than the freaking alchemized version of the card that we got. We're going to keep this. Like, the alchemy version of that card just drives me nuts because it's like, it's so much better than that when it's the regular one. And seeing that they figured out how to do it, it's like, okay. All right, I'm going to go with another green. I want to try to get as much stuff down as I can. I'm going to swing because I would rather kill the Lotus Cobra than have the Allosaurus Shepherd, because the Shepherd hasn't been a factor in any game I've played so far. Now watch this a bit. The game, like, I actually use it to kill them. All right, so we got Bone Shards. I could do Bone Shard. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think, because what is this? Counters equal to your experience counters. I think what I want to do is I want to drop the Swamp. I want to drop the Clan Caller. And then I think what I want to do is do Bone Shards. I'm going to discard Rex Sage, kill Ezuri, and then I think I'm going to swing with the Loam Speaker. All right. So, yeah, Courser of Crufix, which is fine. Steel of Champions coming down. Their deck's going to be full of two power or less stuff because of the way that Ezuri is worded, and they're going to then try to bolster it up. But I'm also on the lookout. There is a pirate from the Ixalan set where you can basically take infinite turns, if I remember the card right. And we definitely do not want to see that. Alright, we're going to sit back for right now. Get this board nice and wide. Now they play a land. Now they have the mana to recast Ezuri, but that's all they can do. And let's see here. I only have 5 mana. I need 7 for the Allosaurus Shepherd to matter. Yeah. All right. We're going to actually push that down the deck because I want to see if we can get the Allosaurus Shepherd to matter. Like right now, the only thing he can block this with is his Ezuri, so that's going to go in. Because that's a nice hit to the life total. So we're looking for a land. And we're gold. So oh boy. Okay. Scurry Oak. Every time you put a counter on that, you get a squirrel. Yikes. Okay. So Ezuri can just sit there and dump stuff, and then they keep getting more and more experience counters. I gotcha. Okay. What does this thing do? Yeah, they're just thumping a bunch of stuff out. Now they're gonna put counters on something. I'm guessing the Scurry Oak, but maybe not. Oh, okay. Well, there's our land that we needed. Okay. So we can swing. How does he work again? He's like, elves will gain death touch till end of turn, and then I can convert them with the Allosaurus Shepherd after the fact. Yeah. So everybody but the Loam Speaker goes. And then I still have the ability to turn on the Allosaurus Shepherd later. So right now he can block with the Courser or Ezuri, and that's it on the Steel Leaf Champion. What, you don't want to lose your big threat? I mean, he better be careful. He lets that through. That's lethal. It's 4 times 5. He has to block at least one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. I think. No, 1 more thing. One more, or you get to die. On the upswing, they what? Ouch. Yeah, I think you missed that. Whoops. What you guys think? I had a lot of fun with this one. I have had mono green elf decks in the past in the Explorer formats and in Historic, but I've not actually tried it in Historic Brawl until now because I was just like, yeah, mono green, it's not really all that interesting to me. You either play Elf Ball and it goes out of control or you don't. This one's a little more nuanced with the black mana built in there, and I kind of like it. I get to play a bunch of different stuff that I wouldn't normally mess around with. So if there's anything you think I should have put in here, let me know in the comments below. If there's something I shouldn't have even bothered with, let me know that as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Keep tuned. I'm going to do some more of these new Aftermath commanders here coming up, and I'll see you in the next video.